What's up everybody? I just finished training, had a little max effort lower body day. I want to show you guys my max effort session actually from last week and talk about a couple important things like how you set up under the bar for squats, what your strategy should be on your warm-up sets, basically just how I handle those things and what has given me really good success. And then at the end, I have a little bit of a message just about my training philosophy and what I feel is the right attitude and the right approach. Sort of like a little bit of tough love, maybe about as tough as I get. So definitely check that out, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. So my objective on this max effort day was to work up to a 2-rep max on my competition squat, barbell squat. So I began with a set of jump squats, or rather 2 sets of jump squats. This is something that I've started doing recently after reading some of Chad Wesley Smith's programming advice. He's a former track and field athlete, very explosive, and advocates doing some sort of explosive movement like a box jump or a jump squat to start your max effort sessions, to prime the nervous system to produce that explosive force. So I started doing that and I really like it. I think it really helps me to pop out of the bottom of the squat, so I'm going to keep doing that for the foreseeable future. And I'm just going to show you guys some of my warm-up sets because I want to talk a little bit about warm-ups, some strategies, some techniques that I use. I think it is really crucial to treat your warm-up weight as if it is your heavy weight. So your setup is identical, your breathing is identical, the way that you brace and create tension through your body is identical, whether it's 135 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 500 pounds, it's the same. It's really, really important, and I dislike it intensely when I see people take a light weight and be haphazard with it. I think that builds bad habits, and it certainly doesn't build good habits. So yeah, you just saw me take 135, 225, this is 315. What I really want you to notice also is I am trying to descend very quickly, but I am not dropping. This is something else that I'm pretty passionate about. You never want to let gravity do the work for you. Even when you're trying to move in the same direction as gravity, you want to do the work. So it's very important, even when you descend quickly, and this goes for the squat, goes for the bench press, overhead press, you never let gravity do it for you. You never just relax and drop. You're using tension to pull yourself down into the hole. In the bench press, you're using tension to pull that bar to your chest. That is what is going to give you the best rebound, the best explosivity, the best acceleration. That's really what you need to do. Another thing I want you to notice here, especially as the weight gets a little heavier, when I unrack the bar, as you just saw me do, I don't unrack and then immediately step backwards. I don't really care for that technique either. I like to take it out forcefully, hold it for just a 1 count, just a second, and let the weight kind of settle. Really just kind of feel that weight on my back. Again, not for long, but for at least like a good second, 2 seconds and a half. And I want you to watch it again here now that we're up to 405. I got the belt on. Being just as fastidious with the setup as I was when it was 135, 225. Now it's getting a little heavier. So I'm going to duck under the bar, wedge it against my traps and rear delts, create tension through my midsection, lats, pop up. And then, yeah, even that was probably only half a second or so. But you want to let that weight settle. You want to let that weight settle, let your abs get a little bit of a reflexive contraction, which means like an automatic contraction. And only then, once you really feel in command of the weight, do you want to step out and set your stance. So I actually took a quick set at 455, but I messed up my camera and I didn't actually get it on video. So this is 475. This is my previous 2-rep max on the squat, and this was actually my target for today. I wasn't necessarily trying to do a weight PR on my 2-rep max. I was striving for like a speed PR and a technique PR. And in a minute, I'm going to talk a little bit more about why it is so important to have goals for every single max effort day, for every single training session. So I'm very happy with this first rep. And I'm actually very happy with the second rep as well, even though I did make some technical errors. It was better than the last time I handled this weight for this many reps. So in my mind, that's a technique PR, and that is a goal for the day satisfied. For my assistance work, you're just going to see me hit up some single leg reverse hypers here. I just started doing these. I love them. Great contraction in the glute and hamstring. But to backtrack for a second, it is so important to have a goal for every training session. if I didn't have a goal for this training session, after I hit that 475 for 2, because it really felt good, it looked pretty good, probably would have been tempted to go up, maybe take a stab at 485 for 2 or an absolute PR. And that may or may not have been a good decision. But it's so important to have that goal. My goal was 475 for 2 with a technique PR, because once I hit that, I knew that I had satisfied my goal for the day, and I didn't feel that kind of question like, should I go up? Should I take it again? Should I try to do more? I hit the goal for the day, I felt good, and I could move on. So I did the reverse hypers, and then this here, I just did some heavy trap bar block pulls. Honestly, I just did these because I wanted to feel some heavy weight in my hand. I really wanted to stress my upper back, and that's exactly what I accomplished with these. So I strapped up, put a good amount of weight on the bar, and just pulled a couple sets of 5. Success in the gym, in your pursuit of strength, in your pursuit of fitness is not about being the alpha dog. It's not about going to the gym and just attacking and annihilating your workout once. Success in strength in the gym and in life is about having a plan, executing that plan little by little, every single day, getting a tiny bit better. And that tiny bit every single day compounds like interest. And it will take you beyond your wildest dreams, and it'll take you beyond where you can go in one Herculean bout of effort. Listen, anybody can dig deep and bring the effort one time and pat themselves on the back and feel like a badass. But the disciplined ones, the ones who have a plan, the ones who execute that plan day by day in the gym, in the kitchen, with respect to their recovery, their sleep, those are the ones who make the progress. Those are the ones whose names you know, and those are the ones you want to emulate. Rise up.